Hello and welcome to Crypto Weeklies. In this video, we analyze BNB. None of the content is financial advice. All of the charts are available on my website, cryptoweeklies.com, link on the bottom of your screen. It holds several charts for multiple cryptocurrencies. This is BNB with respect to the regression based color codes. The regression based fair value for BNB comes at around $1,150. The price is slightly above it, around $1,300. In terms of the technical levels that we discussed on the channel related to BNB, this ascending channel over here was where the price was headed once it broke out of its structure of previous highs at around between 700 and $800. Now the price has touched the bottom of the ascending channel. The midpoint is at around $1,500, and depending on when and if we get to the top of the channel, the top of the channel is somewhere between $1,800 and $1,900. Right now, the price as it stands is in terms of the regression based risk is coming in at around 0.23%. Sorry, 0.23, that is 23%. This model did identify the bear market accumulation lows where the price, if we exclude other color codes, whenever the risk level is less than 0.1, that is less than 10%, this model identifies based on the regression based uh, fair value and where the current price is. It identifies a great accumulation zone in the bear market. The opposite is identifying a great distribution zone in the bull market. Again, we have price has not come to those levels uh, historically speaking. Whenever the price arrives between zero point 0.4 and zero point 0.6 risk for BNB, like it did in 2019 as well as in 2021, that signaled a massive cool off. If prices were to go to that zero point 0.4 risk as of today, that level is at around $1,535. This is a very dynamic model, and it reacts to the latest price of BNB to account for the regression based fair value as it stands with respect to that latest price. Again, its model does not retroactively fit the regression based fair value that much. The live model. As of today, the zero point 0.4 risk, if you were to forecast what the price could be, at around $1,500. Zero point 0.5 is at around $1,800, and zero point 0.6 is at $2,100. So those are the two to three risk-based targets, where midpoint is at around that confluent area of $1,800. The dotted two standard deviation residual, which price eventually hits has hit historically speaking since this analysis began in 2018. That top of the channel is at around $2,800. So that's the maximum permissible two standard deviation ceiling based overvaluation for BNB for this market cycle. Coming to again, all of these charts are available on cryptoweeklies.com. Coming to the machine learning based price forecast, again, right now the bull case, we'll discuss bull case more right now that we are in this post halving year bull run. The non-euphoria bull run peak forecasted towards the end of the year using the seasonal ARIMA and LSTM and XGBoost based machine learning model trained on weekly average of BNB's price. Uh, could take the price per this model. The price forecasted is towards the end of the year close to that $1,900 target at a weekly average. Give it a 10 to 20% for the candle body highs, which are higher than the weekly. The two standard deviation or euphoria case for BNB is this orange line over here towards the end of year at around $2,500, and that's if the weekly average is at around $2,500. The top of the candle bodies could be somewhere 10 to 20% higher. That is again at between somewhere between $700. So that's the machine learning based interpretation of what could happen if the market stays bullish in the next 3 months, exhibiting some euphoria, uh, taking the price to 2,500, and with little to no euphoria at around 9. Current price at around $1,300 for BNB. Looking at the time weighted average price risk, again, we are in this orange territory right now. Historically speaking, whenever the price enters this red territory, it can stay elevated in that territory for 2 to 3 months. Again, that's just what happened in the last bull market. Again, no two bull markets are similar, but time weighted average price right now for BNB is at around $267, whereas the price is almost 5x, little over 5x higher than that that price action at around $1,300. So this blue line is going to be very key, and how the price reacts to this blue line in the coming weeks to months, and then potentially in 2026 how close the price action gets to this blue line could define the accumulation zone, like it did back in 2022 when the price based on time weighted average price risk was at around 0.21. Coming to the 20-week simple moving average based risk analysis, right now is at around 0.67. Uh, this model did identify the dip buying opportunities in August 2024 as well as in March 2025 and April May 2025, when the risk levels were identified by less than 10%. Right now it's at around 0.67, so almost zero point 0.7 risk. So in this elevated risk zone per this model, price could stay for a brief while between in the current price and again closer to the $1,314. So again we are entering per this model a very high risk territory. Overall, the estimated bull run peak for BNB. Before we do that, we'll just look at some of the popular narratives. This is all info available. This is the narrative cloud, word clouds related to last 7 days worth of crypto related content and some of the term frequencies. And based on this, the number of term frequency, the size is determined. Again, right now Bitcoin is discussed more, and the bullish momentum has garnered a lot of attention. Bearish momentum has died down. Altcoin related narratives have not taken up as much as Bitcoin and ETH related narratives. Of the popular alts, the, altcoins such as Hedera, we covered Hedera yesterday in detail. You can check that video out on the YouTube channel homepage. Then Cardano, Solana are being garnering significant attention right now. Again, BNB and BNB related narratives are popular, as it is evidenced by this chart over here. This is the crypto performance analyzer under this heat map section of, of of the website. Again, BNB leads the performance over the last 24 hours. Over the last 7 days as well, up by about 27%. Over the last 30 days, up by about 48%. And over the last 90 days, up by about 90%. Winner across all the time periods compared to its peers. Again, these are some of the top cryptocurrencies which are least 4 to 5 year old since their inception. Um, Coming back to the estimated bull run peak for BNB as it stands with respect to the risk levels, the base case scenario, this is the conservative peak estimate. This is how they are calculated using these regression risk, time weighted average price risk, and SMA risk. This is the model you can read up on description. This is available for not just BNB, for most of the top cryptos by market cap. You can just search that crypto's name over here. So for example, see on coming back to BNB, um, peak base peak is at around $1,400. The bull peak, that is this Euphoria bull run peak, at around $2,700 as it stands with respect to all of these individual risk based models. And the moon boy peak estimate, again, if everything lines up perfectly and stays in a blow off top and euphoria phase for months together, in that scenario the bull run peak estimated is at $3,500. So all in all, as it stands, most of the models are confluent between $1,800 to $1,900 bull run peak for BNB. The stretch or euphoria ceiling could take the price action somewhere between 2,500 and 2,750. That's the bull run peak in this yellow color. Moon boy peak, again, right now no indications of that happening. If you want to stay updated, please give a like and subscribe uh, to stay updated on all of these charts, and all of these charts available on the weekly link on the bottom of Hope to see you again tomorrow. Thank you and have a nice day.